Alright, minions, it is time to get back to work. So today, we are going to try and get into this area. I don't want to actually drill, I want to actually cut across that way. Like, they're not going to use the air docks, the atmosuit docks, so what I'm gonna do is something probably like this, up to about here, and then we're gonna just kind of go downwards. Yeah, that looks fine. And then we'll open up this area. This is all igneous rock and granite, and then what we'll do is we'll build a ladder out of granite down to probably about here, and then we will clean up this area. And that'll allow us to get into that hotter area, and this hotter heat over here, I mean, eventually it would migrate over there, but it should take a little while. It shouldn't be something that just happens like immediately. Like, we should be able to make use of this oil over here. In the meantime, let's cancel this. Like, there's no reason to give them an excessive amount of orders. Over here, we are going to get some slime lung, but the atmosuit will protect them. We are going to release some chlorine as well, but who cares? You know, the atmosuit gives them oxygen. Not too big of a deal. You can see that high skill level in digging definitely... I mean, some of this stuff isn't that hard, but even here, like, going through the abyssalite at a comfortable pace, especially since abyssalite is one of the harder substances in the game. Not as hard as, what's it called? Obsidian. I think obsidian is... You can tell by the amount of little diamonds, that tells you how hard the object is. But, yeah, obsidian is really hard to dig through. So we're revealing the Slickster, and we've got a just an organically growing jumping Joya. Might as well dig through some of this as well. Might want to mop this up. Cancel that, just to try to keep the oil in order. So as you can see, the atmosuit's making a pretty big difference, allowing us to make progress way faster. Which is why the atmosuits kind of lead you into the mid-game, allowing you to access oil, allowing you to access a lot of that other pretty interesting stuff. You do need to have atmosuits for this area, though, because it's just too hot, and because it's so hot, you're going to run into the problem of the duplicants burning. And like they will lose HP if they start burning. It's not just something that's an advisory. No, they will eventually die if they... What do you call it? You know what I'm going to do? I want to try and pump this polluted water, because we can still... This polluted water is still useful. I'm going to add another 2 here. And then I want to cut into here. Hopefully they don't trap themselves in here. That would be annoying. Let's see if they do. Okay, good, they don't. Now what I want to do is build a ladder down into here. And I want to deconstruct that. Because like I said, this water is really cold. And that's good because... when we pump this cold water in, it'll just be It'll help to cool down the base. It's not going to cool the base down like crazy, but it will cool down the base to an extent. One thing I'm going to check is this ice... So we have a mixture of polluted ice and regular ice and snow here. None of them appear to have any germs on them, though, so I'm going to destroy these. And what I'm going to do is build... I'm going to build a containment... Probably here. I'll build one here. And what we'll do is we'll start storing some of those liquefiables there. They'll melt and add the water to here, and at the same time they'll cool the area down as well. So this will be liquefiables only polluted ice. Make that an 8. This is going to be liquefiables only snow and ice. Make it an 8. This area is pretty sterile too, so that's also good news. Let's go ahead and trim that out as well. So now we got this area here where we can actually make a pump. Like so. And we can start pumping this specifically through there so that we don't actually... Oh, let's not make the cave go crazy. Don't want to make any commands while we're doing that. Yeah, we're just gonna go straight down the ladder. Then we'll bridge over this. Is it the right way? Yes, that's the right way. And then we'll go down. We'll just go like that. And dump this into here. Oh, we could just dump it right there, honestly. Right here. There, and then we can start pumping this cold polluted water down into there. Give it a little bit of electricity. Once again, avoiding any of the organic tiles, because we can't run electrical wires through them without destroying them. But this is not an organic wire, this is this tile here, so we are free to do that. That's not a big deal. Let's see how they're doing down here. Okay, good, they're making progress. Let's go ahead and create our ladder downwards. Got some petroleum down here, got more oil. Not a big deal, that's all fine. I think part of the problem is that I need to insulate this part. Like, I think that's where we're actually getting a lot of heat intrusion. So let's go ahead and just do that up to here. We got a decent amount of reed fiber, but we're probably going to need more since we are going to make more carpeted tile. This is also a way to get rid of your polluted water, just because, like I said, these things drink up a ton of polluted water. They drink up a lot. Getting hot over here now. Which means this isn't quite enough. What I might do is just concentrate both of them next to each other. Just to get, like, their efforts doubling into this local area. Oh, looks like... It looks like our critter things are nearly done. Oh, we have an arrival. No, I don't want any of you guys. I don't even want the Slickster, because he might, like... in the moment he appears... Well, I guess he would go to sleep right now, but... he could just appear and then immediately inhale some, carbon dioxide and then, like, poop into, like, the water supply, which would be oil. It could happen. Want to remove these and that. Oh, suffocating. How did you get over there? And why? Go here? Oh, you can't. So you are stuck at this point. So destroy that. Wake up. Okay, so where are you stuck now? You can go up here, you can go up here. Well, you can breathe polluted oxygen. Just go up there and breathe some polluted oxygen. There we go. Alright, so at what point can you not get out of here? Okay, you're good to go from here on out. It's so annoying, like, they'll get into places that they can get to, but then they can't get out, even though we haven't really messed around with... Like, let's go ahead and mop up some of this stuff. This should all be pretty cold. Yeah, this is all, like, really cold water. We can mop all of this up and add it into the base, and that'll help to cool down the base a bit. Yeah, like 50-degree water. That's all fine. That's another tip for you. If your duplicants start going to sleep while they are suffocating, then you're gonna have to turn on the red alert in order to forcibly wake them up for a moment. Exterminate this fool. We don't need you. It takes forever to get rid of them because they're stone. Murder! Murder! That's fine. We don't need any more of these guys for now. We're doing good. Everything's fine. Why are they doing this? Oh, it's an unreachable build. Yeah, let's cut into there then. Yeah, you can see the obsidian is three diamonds, which means it's pretty hard to build through. We're building this just to prevent the water from escaping. There we go. Now we can actually build this layer, then we can remove it afterwards. I think that's the sound of our... what do you call it? Hatches going through the meat processing. This will be an 8. I'm only gonna do... actually, I'm gonna copy it over. Yeah, we'll go ahead and activate all of these. I'm surprised this isn't melting. Like, it's actually holding pretty steady at its current temperature. Why is it so cold here? Oh, I think it's because we are actually dumping that stuff into starvation. Oh, it's because you're dumb. It's because you're dumb. Why are they not doing this? Oh, it's an unreachable build. Okay, we gotta build that in there so they can actually get to this side of the construction. Let's take a look at how they're doing over here. Unreachable dig. Why? Why is that? Why is all this oil coming out over here? This is... when did this become unreachable? I do not understand. Where are my digging experts? Where is everyone at? Okay, you. You are one of the guys who is capable of it. You can go down here. No electricity. Interesting. Ah. Trim this off. Oh yeah, it's because of the shenanigans we had earlier. There we go. Now rebuild this, and then we should have electricity down there again. Good. What is this? Where is this going? This is... Ah, I guess we were... That's right, we were draining some... I remember that now. That's when we had the saltwater spill. Okay, so here comes the 45-degree polluted water. Let's check the temperature. Already we could see a change in the temperature. I kind of want to, like... I'm just going to turn this off for a little bit, actually. I just want to let this area fill up a bit. Over here, you can already see there's a change in temperature. We are adding the cold water in there, which is... They're probably not going to like the cold water either. But hey, it's one thing or the other, you know? It's you just gonna have to deal with it. Oh, we need to copy and paste this over here so we can get the double Weezewarts going. Concentrate their efforts into one area. Food is just absolutely skyrocketing right now. We're gonna need another one of these. I could probably start composting some stale food as well. Let's start composting some of this. This is a very tedious... I wish there was kind of like a one-button thing to do this. But there's not. This is all fresh. Stale. 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 Okay, that opens up a little bit of space, and it'll create a little bit of dirt when they compost that stale food. It'll just become dirt, and dirt is always useful. The temperature in here is still holding at... That's crazy. Let's just destroy this and dump it into the water directly. Temperature rapidly dropping, which is nice. Also, it's going to be adding some coolness into this general area just because the water, as you can see, is getting warmer as it reaches here. It starts at... The water is coming out at 38 degrees, and by the time it actually arrives over here, it has gained 2 degrees, which is not crazy, but it does mean that it's absorbing some of the heat along the way. Not an insane amount of heat, but still, some heat. And like any heat removal is just perfectly fine right now. So now this ice here is still holding at 3.5 degrees. It's a rather stubborn block of ice. It's quite cold. Eventually it will melt though and add to the water here, and that should decrease the temperature a good bit. And we can do that for all of the water here too. We can go right into this area here. We could pump all of this out if we wanted to. And especially down here, we have this whole area here that's just a whole mess of different kinds of water. We could also pump all of this water out, which I probably will do, actually. Because we won't be able to make use of this thermoentropy thingamajiggy thing. And I think the best way to do that will be to start tiling up this area. To try to basically just smooth the area out. Make it like one layer of height, similar height. That's kind of like a side project, though, that we're going to work on. Okay, so I want to deepen this area a bit. Like, we want the oil to have a bit more room to... like this. I want this oil to drain out because it's just a ton of oil right now. I don't want it to be up here. We can also trim this away. Just to give it more room. This is gonna take... basically, I just want to have, like, one tank of oil. I don't want this, like, whole, like, oil all over the place. I just want to pump it out of, like, one or two major areas. Suit wearing... we don't even need food. The food is just gonna spoil. I feel like we can remove one layer of this mealwood. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna keep an eye on the trend on our on that. I don't know what I'm gonna use this area for, but I'm pretty sure we can do that. We might be able to remove them both. We might be at the point where we can just live entirely off of hatch meat and make basically barbecue. Like, we might be at that point. So the water level is at the point where I'm gonna have to go like this now. Jeez. Otherwise, like, the carbon dioxide isn't gonna want to sink to the bottom. We've assigned a lot of work orders over here, so this is... it's gonna take a little while. It's not going to be very fast. Let's check the temperature. Area is looking a lot better. This block of ice has increased almost 1 full degree. It's at 4.2. Isn't that amazing? So this should stop heating up the base so much. Like, this should block that heat off quite a bit. A lot of carbon dioxide buildup, not able to get it to drain out very effectively at the moment. What can we do, though? Just the way it is. Let's check the gas element sensor. Yeah, it's still filtering out. We can still see it filtering out there. But, I mean, it's getting the job done. It's just not... I mean, this area is filling up with carbon just because we got 4 of these going. Let's see how this area looks. Oh, so this area is starting to cool down a bit. That's fine. We're creating this little barrier over here that's blocking it from the mealwood, which might not even be a big deal anymore. It might not even be very important to do that. Oh yeah, we were going to start working on this over here as well. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't need that there, though. I'm going to remove this one to ensure that they don't block this one off. Oh my gosh. We'll trim this away. We'll probably make the layer right here to push the water up. And this section here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. As long as this door stays shut, that shouldn't do anything. Okay, now we can build that there. I might just wall this section out. And then we can pump... what's going to be annoying is that this is a whole combination of different kinds of water. And that's annoying because we'll have to create... not a super complex way to, like, distribute the water, but we'll have to create a way to distribute the water. And it's just going to take a little bit more effort than if it were one type of water. Oil is insanely hot. This oil is still fine. In fact, it's actually lowering in temperature, which is good. As you can see, the oil is starting to settle into one area, which is what I wanted. Go ahead and trim this out. Go ahead and mop up this oil. In fact, let's just mop up all of this oil in general. Although we're going to keep getting oil spills because of the slickster. That's just kind of an inevitability. Okay, so now that we actually have a real source of oil that's cool enough that we can pump it out, I'm probably going... The question is, do we want to use the oil as a coolant for steel, or do we want to use the oil as a coolant for the base? That's currently the question I am debating. I mean, the answer is both, but which are we going to do first? A lot of stuff we got here. Goya seeds, iron, a lot of good stuff down here. Another question is, where are we going to build it? That's another issue. We need more space. Preferably away from the base, like not directly in it, like kind of in this area, to be honest. Which means we'll need to start clearing this area out. Okay, so this looks good. I'm satisfied with how this looks. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start doing this, and we're gonna just... We need more space. That's the issue we're having right now. Just like that. So, I don't know if that's going to be enough space. It might be, though. Typically, the, like, let me see how big the, these would be. Utility station. No, it's under refinement. Yeah, that fits there. What about steam turbine? Oh, we don't have the materials. Well, yeah, we do. Why don't I... What am I missing? Oh, I need plastic. Problem. I can't build it without plastic. Crap. Well, that tells me a little bit of what needs to be done next. We're gonna have to actually start, raising... Let's see how our food looks after I destroy this. I mean, it's going to take a little while, but I'm probably going to need to move this whole system downwards. Because we're going to have to start ranching, what do you call them, Drecos. Because... we're going to need plastic. Let's get this out of the way. I'll build one here and one here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move the first two the first two tiers down. Auto. Auto. These are all gonna be automatic now. Well, not these ones. This is fine. This can stay open. One thing I wanted to try is, what if I use an airflow tile here instead? I wonder if the airflow tile won't count as a block. So what we'll do is copy this one over here. And we'll copy this one over here. And we'll do this and this. And we'll use an automation wire here so that they don't constantly blink and drive me nuts. And we got the manpower now. Like we actually build these pretty efficiently. Okay, so what we're gonna do is set this to 0 and this to 0 and auto wrangle the surplus, which should transfer them over here. And that means all we have to do is copy. Wait, which one is this? Yeah, okay, so this is for the stone hatches. That means we just have to copy that there. And you will copy down to here. And we'll copy yous down to here. The other thing I can do is just this. Completely take them off the list. And I can just manually order them to be wrangled as well. Oh god, is that the end of the episode? Holy crap, I'm like getting completely carried away. But yes, turns out that's the end of the episode. We are 30 minutes in. I gotta heat up the oven and make my lunch. At any rate, thanks for watching. Like this video if it was entertaining. Subscribe for future Oxygen Not Included content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.